What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 3 of Talking Sports with Josh and Nil. I'm your host, Josh, with your co-host, Nil. So we're going to be talking about, today we're going to be going over some high school baseball and softball. We had PSJ advance to the Final Four for softball, and then for baseball, PSJ as well advanced to the Elite Eight, and they'll be playing Dripping Springs. And we also had Sheridan advance to the Elite Eight as well. We're also going to be talking to UTRGV baseball and some NBA playoffs, so stay tuned, and we're going to be going over everything and anything.
We've won millions for our clients. Make the one call that can change your life. DoNotSettle.com.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. I've come a long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong, and the next 100 begin with you.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate, call us now.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has a
Turn your passion into a powerful career at Texas Southmost College. Our automotive technology program will train you in everything from maintenance to full vehicle systems repair. Earn a certificate or associate degree and get certified to work as a C maintenance or B-level technician. You'll be guided by seasoned instructors who have decades of real-world automotive experience, helping you get ready to roll into the industry. So take the wheel and apply today at tsc.edu.
Welcome back to the show. So we already stated in the intro that we're going to be going over high school softball, high school baseball, and just a couple of teams from each segment. And then we're also going to be going over some UTRGV and NBA playoffs. So I want to start with high school softball because there's only one team to talk about, and it's the PSJ Bears. And I mean, what do we say on this podcast? Bear down, right? So It's good to see they advanced to the Final Four. They ended up beating, I believe it was, let me see here, Dripping Springs. So they ended up beating Dripping Springs. They're gonna go on to play Katy in the Final Four, and I mean you're a couple wins away from the state final. And I mean again, not really something you see down here in the Valley. We saw it a couple years ago, maybe 4 years ago with Westlaco. They ended up doing it. So, I mean, honestly, not a lot to say about it other than I believe we saw this coming from PSJ. They really didn't face much of a challenge, and they don't have a lot of seniors as well, like more sophomores, juniors. So to see it from a team that kind of steamrolled through the regular season, only lost one game, steamrolled through the first 3 rounds of the playoffs. In this 4th round, they still ended up. It was a close couple games, but I mean, they were able to show, in my opinion, another side to them, as where it's not more steamrolling through teams, but when it gets tough and when you face a team that's on the same level as you, how are you going to react? and I think they reacted very well.
Yeah, they're living up to the moment. They're not getting this pressure. They're playing PSJ softball, right?
Mm-hmm.
These players are playing phenomenal softball. Actually, Scamilla, I believe we had a home run, correct?
Had a home run, six strikes.
Start players doing start things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these moments aren't really getting there. They're probably right now just, hey, take it a game at a time, you know, just because there's a bigger school, bigger program. But hey, they're showing that our RGV softball is there, and there's some of the best softball you can say in Texas, right?
Yeah, for sure.
4 left now. It's a Valley team plus the Upstate team, so they're right there, and they're proving what they are and what type of team they are. So they're stepping up to this moment, and they're just a game away to moving on to the final and being the second team in under 5-6 years to be in the final from the Valley. We had Westbrook a couple years ago, we just mentioned, and now's a good chance that PSJ could be the second team in just
4 years,
4 or 5 years, right?
5 years, yeah.
So,
I mean, it's very super impressive. It's one of the hardest things to do, especially in Texas, where it's one of the biggest states in the country. So a lot more naturally, you're gonna have a lot more schools, a lot more competition.
Not an easy road to get there.
Yeah, and I mean, you're talking about a PSJ team where PSJ has 4 schools in their city. You got PSJ North, PSJ Memorial, PSJ Southwest, PSJ Bears. So the talent is spread out, and I mean PSJ. I think this is also where you give credit to the coaches. I mean, you get a lot of, like here in Brownsville, we have 6 high schools, right? Talent's going to be spread out. We always say if Brownsville had 1 high school, we'd go to state for football, for basketball. We'd be a lot better than we would be. But for PSJ, you got 4 high schools, and I mean, they're still doing incredible things. So I think that's also a lot of credit to the coaching.
Yeah, I mean, the program they're making there, right? What they implement every day in practice, what they tell the athletes there, right? So yeah, like you said, you gotta give credit where credit's due to the coaches there, and then proving they're a top program not just in the Valley, but in the state of Texas, showing what they can do and what they are doing, right? Just a game away from going to the final, and hopefully they can do more. And the star player doing star things with Escamilla, we've talked about it before, and all the other episodes where every week if it's a home run, an RBI, or just a phenomenal play she's doing, she's proving that every time she plays.
Yeah, and I mean, the PSJ softball, they do have a lot of other great players. They have a great supporting cast. Amiri Vega in game 1, she hit a 3-run home run, and I mean PSJ ended up winning 3-2. So it's a credit to everybody. We talk about Emma Escamilla a lot because in my opinion she is the best player on that team. But it's a full. You don't go to the Final Four without a great supporting cast.
Baseball, you need everyone from the outfield to the infield to the basement to all be good and to all do their part. It's not just a one single player game where you cannot rely on one player. It's a whole team.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and I mean they've been balling. Like they have great players. They know how to get it done. And like I said, I want to give more credit to the coaches, the coaching staff. I mean, they know how to develop the talent. They know how to make that camaraderie and get that team going to where you could just tell that they have that confidence going into a game. And I mean, that's to the coaches, because from personal experience, if you see it that a coach has full confidence in your program or in your team, that you can go out there and get the job done, it should leave no doubt in the players. Whether it's if you see a coach that is coming into any game, any series, well, I don't know, any leak of self-doubt, it can bring a whole team down. It really can.
And the coaches that are showing that they're right behind their players and they're doing everything they can. And I think just in general, the program of PSJ, also the baseball team is doing pretty good. We'll talk about that a little bit, right? Mm-hmm. But it's probably just the whole school from their softball, football, baseball, it can be soccer, whatever sport they're doing. It's just what they have implemented, their standard of everything really good and all that. So it just goes down to the whole program, honestly, of athletics there in PSJ.
Yeah, and I mean it's like, again, I want to talk about it a little more. It's not easy going into 6A, where the most kids, the most talent, you could say, and coming in and getting just a nice job done where you're just breezing through the playoffs, and now you're here at the Final Four, and it's like you're supposed to do it again, right? And I mean, it's a success of a season already from PSG. I mean, we don't see it a lot. I'm trying to get the players here on their roster so I can give them more props real quick. But like I said, it's a full supporting cast, right? I mean, they got players in the top 10 at every stat in the Valley, right? So just a couple players. They have Amiri Vega. We said that she gave them the win in that first game, 3-2 with that 3-run home run. Aubrey Garza behind the plate does a great job. Ariana Lugo at third base. And then, I mean, we talk about Escamilla all the time, right? At pitcher, she's hitting. Yeah, I mean, she does it all. So it's just a couple of players for PSJA. I mean, I'm excited to see them play against Katy out of Houston, and I think they can get it done. I mean,
It should be an interesting series.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think Katy can be very favored, or neither.
Yeah.
It should be evenly matched with two of the top teams in their areas, and they're here for a reason. Both finalists to go to the final game, right?
Yeah.
Semifinals are in right now.
And especially now in these games where it goes to the Elite Eight, Final Four, State, you don't see a lot of heavy favorites. It's neck and neck. You don't know who's gonna win. And it call me biased, right? Bear down.
Yeah, I mean,
but I think PSG is gonna get the job done. I mean, I don't. It's not like they've limped into the playoffs and then through the playoffs they've been getting lucky, getting easy victories.
They're there for a reason. They're doing what PSG is. They're showing that we are a playoff team and we go deep into the playoffs, and they're showing that. And like you said, it's not at all failure of the season if it ends here. It's more than a success, right?
Oh yeah,
3 runs deep already, then the semifinals, all that. So yeah, they're there for a reason.
And I mean, it's going to be exciting to see. So I believe they do play this weekend. So stay tuned for that. You can look for updates on that, because that for the broadcast and everything, we're going to be excited to see how it plays out. And I mean, win or lose, we're going to be talking about it on next week's show. So I want to give the flowers, the PSG Bears softball team, their flowers, the head coach,
the whole
everybody.
Program, honestly, from the coaches to the players, right? It's a unit. Then they're showing that how they're together, and every single game they've been playing in the playoffs, they fix what's wrong and they improve in the next game, and they're moving on for a reason. And hopefully they'll do great things coming up on this series. They believe they play this Thursday, right?
I believe so. Yeah. So PSG Bears, the whole squad, Coach Alyssa Garza, the head coach for that PSG Bears staff. I mean, she's done just a great job with that program. We covered one of those PSG games, never really had a chance to talk to her, but you could just tell like that team really rallies behind her. And I mean, like I said, it starts at the top, right? Like they always say, you're only as strong as your weakest link. It also starts at the top. So she's done a great job at setting that example, setting that I guess you could say that super high standard, and they've been able to meet it. So I mean,
they're showing what PSG softball is, and for a good reason too.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And I mean, we can't go into PSJ's head and predict what they were thinking going into this season. It's hard to say that they did predict a Final Four appearance. I mean, that's just realistic. Coming from the Valley, it's hard to say you coming into this season and say, I think we got the team to win state. I'm not saying they didn't predict that. I'm not saying that that's not what they thought. But if that isn't, then they've already set that standard a lot higher. And I mean, it's, again, coach.
And they just keep setting it higher and higher every year. Like we mentioned a little bit earlier, a lot of the players are still underclassmen, so they're gonna be right in this situation. Hopefully again next year going. So their standard for next year is gonna be way higher than it was this year. So next year should even be more exciting too, to see this team back in the playoffs, hopefully, and do some more noise again.
So going on to that baseball segment, we're gonna be going to PSJ once more. Gonna stick in the PSJ Bears region. PSJ Bears, they will be playing Dripping Springs. And they ended up beating Westlake in a 2-1 series. And it was a close one. PSJ, I believe, lost the first game and then ended up winning the next 2. So I didn't predict Westlake to win. I didn't predict PSJ to win, so I apologize. I know I'm always bear down. I hope Bear community, you can have me back. But I mean, it was a good one. It was a great series to watch all around. And I mean, it was a lot of offense, a lot of defense, a lot of high-scoring games. So I mean, it's PSG will be moving on to the Elite Eight, and I mean, it's the same thing as their softball team, right? I mean, they came in top 2. They were them and Sheridan, you could say they're right there with each other on that 1 and 2 podium. But I mean, coming into this series against Westlake, it was I think just the name Westlake alone scares some people, and so they were able to prove people wrong.
Not them. They beat them. They were to beat them 11-3 in the game.
Yeah.
And, TJ
Ayala.
was able to put an explosive three-run home run, and so it looked like they stepped up to that. They were very scared of the name Westlake, right? So
yeah, they didn't. They really came in and they didn't care about the situation that was that was against them. More so playing that top powerhouse school. You see how they are for football, for basketball, for baseball, for almost everything. And they really came in and said, we don't care who you are. We're gonna come in, and we're gonna get the job done. I mean, they certainly did, right? Another player for them, JT Reina, he had 3 singles and a double, so he went pretty much 4 for 4. He had 4 RBIs and a run scored. So I mean, that was one of their better games in that 11-3 win. And he's one of their players that we talk about a lot, to where it's like he can pitch, he can also hit. And I mean, you have 2 or 3 players like that, your team's gonna go a long way. And now they see themselves in the Elite Eight.
I mean, they're a team that have a lot of players and a lot of top 10 stats, right? I mean, we were talking about earlier that have 3 or 2 pitchers just in top 5 in ERA and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So they're a team. Everywhere you look, there's players there that can do something. If it's on the bases, if it's on the mound, and if it's in the back, right? They got hitters, they got throwers. So I mean, it's a team overall just built really good and then you put that with a good coaching program. I mean, they're there for a reason too. Just as a softball team, it all starts in the top, like we mentioned earlier.
Yeah.
Josh mentioned earlier, right? So I mean, you're only as weak as you sit.
You're only as weak as you're only as good as your weakest link, and you're only as
better, right?
Yeah, I mean, and you're only as good as your top head honcho, right? Your coach. So I mean, for coaching staff to believe in your team, as a 14 through 18-year-old, it gives you a sense of.
Yeah, and it all starts the first season. I mean, the first practice, honestly. When does baseball start? Like around January, February.
Around January, February.
See the team.
Yeah.
It all starts there. Those practices where you're doing those little tournaments that you do, like how you start bonding with each other.
It's really everything. It's camaraderie. It's a brotherhood. It's why it's a lot more than talent. Like if it was just talent and the better team won every time, there would be no such thing as upsets. It would be a lot of chalky series.
A lot of trust.
Yes, it's a lot of trust. It's playing for each other, and the coaches know that. I mean, the coaches are able to instill that, and there's something in the water over there at PSJA, right? Because I mean, both head coaches are doing a phenomenal job. Man. Yeah, I mean, we were in high school at 2019, and since then, I mean, is when I knew about PSJA baseball, and I knew they were amazing.
PSJA just in general has been top in the valley for a lot of things. Football, if it's in basketball,
track, they got
everything. I mean, they set the bar very high here in the valley, right? To have other schools go up there with them. I mean, and they keep showing it year after year after year why they have that bar so high and why they're there.
They're in a league of their own, you could say.
Mean, they're one of one, honestly, here in the
especially
valley.
in the baseball, softball area. Yeah, I mean, they're the last baseball. They're the last 8 teams in Texas, and softball they're in the Final 4. So, I mean, again, credit to PSJA, credit to their coaching staff. They got a deep pitching staff where it's good to have this rest, but you got 3 pitchers, you can go as far as you want. You got 3 pitchers, you can go as far. They got JT Reina. Reina has a .93 ERA, but he's also 4th in the Valley with a 5.47 batting average and 35 hits. Now, I keep bringing up Valley stats, right? But, I mean, it's bringing them a long way so far. They still got 2 other great pitchers on their rotation, and they got a team full of sluggers that can really just get a hold of the ball with the barrel. And, I mean, they beat Austin Westlake 11-3 in elimination round. It was 1-1. They came into that elimination round. Most teams would fold under the pressure. Most teams would not be built for that moment. And PSJ showed otherwise, and they showed that they handily handled Westlake 11-3. And I mean, I'm excited to see them play against Stripping Springs. I know a little fun fact here: they did play they did beat Westlake last year as well, and ended up losing to Dripping Springs. So it's a little deja vu for the Bears. I mean, they beat Westlake this year. Now they got Dripping Springs for the second year in a row. I know they have that vengeance in mind to come back.
Also, as a coach, it's a good thing you're playing another team that you've already played, even though it was a year ago, right? But at least you're going to be a little familiar already.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably still the same coach, right, for that program.
Yeah.
So how much can the play of change,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a good thing for them too, knowing hopefully the coach can pick up on what they saw last year and maybe either do a good film study, all that, see what they can do, and see, hey, look, it's still the same. We need to fix what we did last year and move on that. And they should make it a series as well. And I don't think they should be counted out, right? Like, they're there for a reason as well. Like, they're a phenomenal baseball team. They're everywhere you look in that team, there's players on players that can do everything. Like, there's not one single player that can't do something there.
So, flowers to PSGA Bears baseball. We're gonna be moving. Yeah, I mean, it's insane. They're gonna be going on. They're gonna be going on to play Dripping Springs. So I'm excited to see that one this weekend as well. Moving on to the next game, we got Sheridan High School. Sheridan, one of the two teams in the Valley, moving on for baseball to the Elite Eight. They ended up beating Liberty Hill. And I believe it was a 2-1 series as well. So both Valley teams giving up a game, but I mean it doesn't really matter as they came back and they were able to. Or actually, I apologize. I apologize. They swept them. It was 8-4 and then 9-7 were both games. So Sheridan, besides PSJ, I would say the best team in the Valley. I mean, I think Sheridan. I had Sheridan one ranked above PSJA. So for them to come in and still sweep here in the third round, go into the Elite Eight, I mean it's gonna be a great series this next time around. And I mean we've been talking very highly of Sheridan as well. So I mean it's exciting to see.
I mean it's a good team, right? They're also making a good playoff run, beating Liberty Hill, making it a series, right? A lot of good players there too. I mean, they're all there. These teams are all there for a reason. They're there for a reason because they're just good programs overall. They know what to do. They know how to handle the situations. They're not just playing these small towns. They're playing good programs as well, and they show why they can compete. Like, they're not just there because they somehow miraculously got there. No, they're there because they got players that can play. They got hitters. They got batches. And I mean, it also goes down to the coaches, right? We've been talking over. It's all goes down to the coach, how they implement this, how they coming in on the first day of practice, right? How that really tells how the season's gonna go. Just making that bond and how they're gonna play, right? So
yeah, and I mean I really think it's all a mindset. I think talent alone can win you the first round, even the second round of the playoffs. But once you get to that third, fourth, which they're at the fourth round right now. So once you get to that third, fourth, fifth, and then state championship round, that's where the coaches come into play. That's where the mental toll starts to take over, and you're playing these harder teams. Are you gonna get into your shell and fold, and you're gonna collapse and forget who you are as a team, or are you gonna keep in that same mindset as to when you played a Valley team in the first round or played a Corpus team in the second round?
And last game was a 9-7 game.
Yeah,
you could say that's a close game, right? But a lot of these players stepped up. So I mean, just to talk about. Sorry if I pronounced the name wrong, right? IJ Garza, Joey, 2 RBI double on center field to give Sheridan just the lead. I mean, to do a play like that, you get the lead. I mean, you get some momentum going. You gotta step up to that moment. Like, sometimes nerves really do kick in. Like, this is why we see sometimes pros doing something as simple as a free throw. They miss on these crunch times. It's just the nerves really play in, but these kids are living up to those moments, right?
Yeah.
So
and
it's
it builds character. To have that mindset to come in knowing that they can compete with anybody really it's what sets them apart from the rest of the Valley teams. That's what it is, in my opinion. It sets them apart from the rest of the Valley teams, and that's also a big part with the coaches. The coaches instill this in them, like, hey, that's where they come, honestly, because I heard this quote where it's coaches can only take you so far, right? The players got to make the plays. But I think this is where the coaching comes into hand, is to where you got to instill it in your players' minds, who are all very young, 14 to 18, right? They're kids. They're in high school.
Yeah,
it can easily get in their head and just be like, I go revert back to when they were in middle school, when they were freshmen, right? So you got to live up to that moment, and it's the coach's job, in my opinion, to instill the fact in them or just lead by example, not scared, not any doubt going into those games. And I think that's the difference maker for those teams, for those teams that go very deep in the playoffs.
That's why they have a good program, because they're probably going to be here next year and the year after that. I mean, players leave, players come, but as long as that coach is there and all that, and that program's still the same, there's no reason why the players shouldn't do what these last players did and so far so on, right? Yeah. I mean, it all starts there with the coach and that program and how they do things, from the little things to the big things, right? And it's just a good program overall, and the Valley's been showing that they have dogs. We have baseball teams, we got softball teams, and it all starts in those programs and these coaches, right? So, and they're proving it to the whole state of Texas. It's not like we're a small little state, right? I mean, baseball is as huge as you could say as any other sport. I mean, a lot of people like baseball. It's a big thing. So it's just wonderful to see, honestly, these Valley teams going deep in them. So.
And this brings me to my next team. So once again, congrats to PSJ. I mean, to Sheridan. I apologize. They're going to be moving on to the Elite Eight. We're excited to see them in this series this weekend. They're going to be playing Cedar Park. Cedar Park, which brings me on to my next team, ended up beating Harlingen South. So I mean, South only went as far as their pitchers could take them, in my opinion. I mean, it's you saw that in I think it was the Rio Grande City game in the second round. They won both the games 2-0, 4-0, but in that second game they won 4-0, and in my opinion that game should have been 1-0. It was a lot of errors by Rio Grande City, so I feel like that said a lot going into that third round game as to where it's like you can't generate a lot of offense. It's going to be hard to win games. Yeah, and I mean it's kind of, I don't want to say it's what we were expecting here on this side, but again, they did a great job shutting out a great hitting team in Rio Grande City, but it's like an upper echelon when you move on to that third round, and then you're going to be playing harder hitting teams, so they're going to get some runs. It's inevitable, but it's hard to create or just stop to create offense. It's hard to create offense if you haven't been able to against lower teams. And I don't want to talk down on Rio Grande City, right? But compared to Cedar Park, they're a lower team. I mean, that's why they lost to South. But we kind of saw this coming with Harlingen South and Harlingen South's inability to create offense.
I mean, yeah, you're not wrong there. I mean, it sucks to see it, right? But I mean, they still fought. They got runs in the game. It's not like they got totally blow out. But I mean, they got as far as still. Out now the unsuccessful season, they still made the playoffs. Went 2 rounds deep, right? Yeah. So I mean, they proved something. Did you gotta come back next year and
3 rounds?
3 rounds, excuse me. 3 rounds, right? And I mean, you gotta come back next year and do it again and fix what they have. I mean, still a young team, you could say, right? Fix what they need to do. So I mean, just like to see it.
Their best hitters are all younger freshmen, sophomores, and we saw it in that game against Rio Grande City where. Their two best hitters, I think it was Isaiah Olivares and one of their Alan Amado, a freshman and a sophomore, didn't really generate that much. And you could say it was the playoff nerves that crept up to them. And I mean, who's to say what happened when they played Cedar Park, right? They didn't do that much in the Rio Grande City series. So it's what we talked about, a credit to being a young team. And the nerves are going to get to you. But, again, they're two best hitters on the team. They're going to come back next year with playoff experience.
So, as a coach or manager, right, that's something exciting to see. Hey, I'm still getting some of my good players back. And we got to build on that and fix what we need and fit in the holes of the players that leave, right? Yeah. So, they're proved to be a playoff team and they can do playoff things. So, just next year, just build on that and just redo it again and see where they can go.
Up next, we got La Jolla. They ended up losing to Dripping Springs as well. They lost 2-3 and 7-9, so they did get swept. 2 close games. However, La Jolla, if they were to end up getting that W, they could have gone on to play PSJA in the Elite Eight, and we would have had a guaranteed Final Four appearance from a Valley team. But I mean, it's La Jolla was one of the better teams coming into the Valley as well. In the Valley, coming into these playoffs as well. So. Didn't get to watch this game a whole lot, but Dripping Springs is a great program. But La Jolla was able to hold their own. They lost by 1 run in the first game and 2 runs in the second game. So, I mean,
they were totally getting blown out.
I mean, yeah, and they have a lot of great players on that squad. Pitchers are phenomenal. Their pitchers are off the charts. Let me get it here from La Jolla. 1 second, I apologize. But I mean, I think they'll come back. I think they'll come back next year ready to play and with something to prove. They have Matthew Ortiz as one of their hitters. He's tied for second in batting average, 554, 40 RBIs and 5 home runs. And then they have another great pitcher, Alex Bocanegra, with an 81 record. So, I mean, I feel like they needed a little bit of a better supporting cast, right? But to come back next year, I know they're going to be prepared and ready for.
They still have the Alex, right? So that's a junior. He's going to be there next year.
Yeah,
that's good. That's another good thing to see. It sucks to see Matthew Ortiz.
Yeah,
the team savvy, right?
But to have a pitcher like Bocanegra come back next year and to be a senior, that seasoned senior, now you for sure got your ace pitcher with years of playoff experience and experiencing these hardships. And I mean, it really can rally a team. It can will a team going into next year.
And for sure. And then such an important position like pitching, it's the quarterback of baseball, right?
Yeah.
You could say, I mean, the leader, the captain.
Yeah.
You can debate that, catcher, pitcher, whatever, right? But it's a key role, and to have that role filled in at least for next year, you'll be safe and you'll be ready to go.
And I mean, so we have Palmview. They ended up losing to San Antonio Bernie. It was, I would say, a little bit more of a. It was a blowout. It wasn't close.
Right?
It was they got swept. Bernie won the first game 10-1, won the second game 10-0. Combined 20-1 record. I mean, score in those games. So, I mean, Palmview just couldn't generate any offense. I mean, 10 runs both games. It's a little bad. It's a little bit of bad on offense and bad on defense. It's not great when you can't generate runs. If you lost both games 10-6, 10-7, 10-8, I mean, okay, but 10-1 and 10-0, it's hard to find any, I would say, good things from that, right? It's tough. You playing against an upper echelon kind of team.
I mean, it also brings the team down too, right? You're getting blown out. You're getting things like that. I mean,
that's where you see your mental state kick in and how you're gonna react from that. And I mean, we saw them play Nicky Rowe. They played Nicky Rowe in the second round, the round before this. So I don't want to say it's a letdown playing Nicky Rowe, playing a Valley team, and then going up all the way to San Antonio Bernie. It's tough. I mean, Bernie's a good school, but it doesn't really prepare you for the big moment when you're playing another Valley team in the second round, if that makes sense. You're playing if you play a Corpus team, a team you've never seen before, a team you haven't had to watch film on, to face multiple times in the season, or a team just a team that you've never seen before. It helps if you get that win and then move on to the third round, because you've already experienced that mindset to go into that second round game knowing I don't know anything about this team. I don't know how they are. And so if you get that win, you go into the third round and you're like, it's the same thing. But to play Nicky Rowe, a team that you know, respectfully, it gives you it lets you put your guard down. And you put your guard down, you get that win, and then you move up all the way to San Antonio. It's a different dog.
I mean, it's the playoffs. You're gonna face obviously competition as good as you or even better. They're all there for a reason. You just don't go in the playoffs just because you're a bad team. Maybe sometimes you do because of records or whatever, right? But, I mean, you hate to see it, right? But, hey, at least as a player and as a team and as a school, hey, La Jolla is not such a big city, right? So it's still a good thing for the town, the rally back on, hey, our boys made it to the playoffs. Yeah. Good thing to go out there. They went three rounds. So, I mean, also a successful season.
Yeah, it is a successful season.
And it happens, man. It's the playoffs. Like, you're going to face a bigger dog, a bigger opponent. And, I mean, hey, they made it. I mean, all the way up to the third round, so that's still a good thing to see, right? Like nothing. It sucks to lose always, right? Not saying losing is good or bad, right? But hey, it happens, and
it's more of a luck of the draw kind of thing. I'm not saying the whole reason they lost this bad to Bernie is because they ended up playing a Valley team the week before, but the level it doesn't bring your level of competition up when you play Valley team first round, Valley team second round, then go all the way to San Antonio. Most of the way it works usually is Valley team first round, San Antonio Corpus second round, and then San Antonio Austin third round. So when you're playing a Valley team in the second round, it doesn't really bring your level of competition all the way up sometimes because you played that team before. You've experienced that competition. But I mean, it sucks to happen, and that's the way it goes. Sometimes you can't pick and choose who you play in the playoffs. If we could pick who we played in the playoffs, we would have I would have 4 state championship rings, right?
But it's okay. It's playoffs, and it's gonna happen. We're gonna meet. You're gonna get to a bump in the road, and they got there. But hey, it's still a successful season, right, for them. They made it this far, three rounds deep, right? So, I mean, hey, you still got next season, right? So, I mean, still a good program, right? They did something this year. Let's do it again next year. Let's just look forward for the future, right?
So we're gonna go to a quick commercial break. That's it here from our softball and baseball segment. We're gonna be going to talk about UTRGV baseball and the Southland Conference tournament and all that. So congratulations to all the Valley teams, softball, PSJ, baseball, all those teams that made it this far and continue to make it this far. And we're going to be back with the UTRGV segment. We'll be back after a quick break.
Time to take a new look, maybe your first look at Buick. If smart, hip, and affordable is for you, Buick's your brand. For your Buick, Brownsville, Texas.
No importa en cuál etapa de tu vida te encuentres, Texas Almus College está aquí para ayudarte a progresar. Ya sea que estés empezando desde cero, cambiando de carrera o adquiriendo nuevas habilidades, TSC tiene programas accesibles diseñados para adaptarse a tus metas. Es hora de dar el siguiente paso. Piensa en grande, piensa claramente, piensa en TSC.
I fell on a loose towel at the grocery store, and now they're saying it's my fault. Do you think you could help?
Of course I can help. You should be focused on feeling better.
Oh, thank you, Law Champ. Hey, do you think I can get a selfie?
Of course.
This is the island where even the grown-ups forget what day it is. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
At Tortilleria Ibañez, flavor starts fresh every day. Crispy flautas, homemade tamales, and our signature chicken salad, all made for you. Tortilleria Ibañez, tradition on every plate.
Give your little one the best start at Brownsville ISD's Pre-K3 and Pre-K4 programs. At BISD, 3 and 4-year-olds develop fundamental skills that pave the way to lifelong success. With quality educators, access to the latest technology, and free nutritious meals to fuel the day, our young minds explore and learn in exciting new ways. Enroll your 3 and 4-year-old today at Brownsville ISD, the best choice.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
Welcome back. We just finished talking about our baseball, softball segment. Not going to be doing a pick'em because, I mean, there's only 3 teams left. So, make it quick. I got PSJ baseball, softball, and Sherilyn, and he's got PSA baseball,
all right,
softball, and
all the
Sherilyn. We're gonna rep the Valley. I mean, I do think they can do it, right? So we're going on to the next segment, right? We got UTRGV and playing in the Southland Conference.
Were.
Yeah, they were playing in the Southland Conference.
Sadly, they already ended their season, right? Didn't do a lot in the playoffs. But
I mean, it sucks to see, but it's another milestone to get there, right? Especially after a hard beginning of the season. They ended up rallying towards the end off that 5-game win streak, right?
Yeah,
so
then being underdogs to Oregon, so
it's something to build off of for sure.
Yeah, I mean, sucks to see it, right? They weren't able to move along a lot in the playoffs, right? And it just sucks, but hey, the program's still growing. The programs are still going to get better. They still have good players. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. I mean, like Armani, right? He got the Southern
Armani Rigosa.
Yeah, he got Southernland Conference Player of the Year. So I mean, he recorded 17 home runs with 50 RBIs, right? I mean, it's not like it's a big
in 50 games. That's a lot. If you try to translate that to like 160 games in the MLB, it's like 51 home runs and 150 or 150 RBIs or something like that. So it's great. Obviously, it's not like the same pace, but like to do that in that little game, it's really impressive.
Yeah, they had obviously the best player, right? So you got you could say the MVP of the conference, right? So that's something else we go to look at. I mean, it sucks you couldn't make more in the playoffs, right? But it happens. Yeah, still a lot of good players they had, and hopefully.
I mean, they did improve at the end of the year, the middle of the year to the end of the year. They
turned it around.
Yeah, I mean, they 26-29 overall record, right? 17-13 conference record, which means they went 9-16 non-conference. So the non-conference really doesn't, again, it's in the name, non-conference. It doesn't do anything to your conference record, to your conference standings. You could go 0-25 in conference, and if you win all your conference games, you will have a conference championship or have a 1 seed in the tournament. It's more of a mental thing, like we always talk about, right? The mental side of any sport. If you start a year 9-16, it's not a great feeling to have. And that's how they started. They started 9-16 before going into conference play. They ended up doing a lot better, 17-13 in conference.
And just that Oregon
State
win.
Game,
I mean, that made news all over the country, right?
And it looks good on you. It makes you feel better, and that's just how it is. That's the game, right? I mean, so if you're starting 9-16, when you know you're a better squad, a better program, then you lose some close games, you lose some big ones, right? Again, it's non-conference play, but at the same time, it's a great test because you might see this non-conference team that you're playing again. It's a great standing to see where you are. So, and I'm sure that's what the coaches tell them, right? The coaches tell them this non-conference, it might not matter to our conference record, but it's a good standing to see where we stand with some programs. Yeah. And so it might be a little bit of I'm trying to think of the word for it, but morale buster.
I mean,
morale.
for sure. And then especially doing that turnaround towards middle of the season, right? You go on that 5-game win streak before entering the playoffs. You lose the last 2, unfortunately, but hey, then you won the home game before the playoffs, so that's a good boost too. Yeah. And part of those wins was a top team in the country. So news like that, I mean, you being a team like that in the country, right? You be a ranked team in the country. It made headlines all over the sports outlet stuff in the country.
For sure.
A smaller school being the bigger school and all that. I mean, as a program too, it's something good you can see. Hey, for recruitment, for this, like also that's something was good for him to build on that morale, like we were talking about right now.
And I mean, it's just that those non-conference games can affect you in mental state. It's where like, oh, we're 9-16. Are we that good of a ball club? Are we that good of a team? And it has nothing to do with the rest of the season that you still have to play. It has nothing to do with the 30 games left that you have in conference. It's just, it messes with you mentally. And I mean, they were able to bounce back from it. They came in with 9-16 non-conference to start the year, 17-13 to move on in the rest of the year. And they just fell short in that conference tournament. But I mean, it's an improvement having the conference play, Southland Conference Play of the Year in Regosa. Great first baseman, and I mean his numbers are off the charts in in this season. And then I mean they also have Thomas Williams, plays on the infield. He led the team with a 319 batting average. I mean, just they have a lot of great players. It's just you're playing Division I baseball, right? This isn't D3, D2,
it's not high school anymore
Yeah,
either,
we're not
so,
in high school. We're in the big leagues now.
You're playing a lot of teams with everyone has good players when you're D1.
Yeah.
Obviously, everyone's there for a reason. You were good in high school. You're there for a reason. So
Yeah.
So the competition's only going to get better. It's only going to get harder. And as a program, I mean, for the couple past years, UTRGV baseball hasn't been that big. But hey, every year they're building. Every year.
Oh,
they're
yeah,
building.
for sure.
I believe last
I mean,
year they didn't even make the playoffs. This year we did.
And they're moving. They just keep moving up.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
then
it's
you
great
got
to see.
You just got a player that wants their MVP.
Southland Conference Player of the Year.
So I mean, those are good things that's going on. I mean, one of the milestones of the year was being Oregon. We've been talking about it a lot, right?
Yeah.
So
Sorry.
But
Sorry.
hey, I mean, still, right? We gotta ride with them, and they do something like that. I mean, just not everyone does that. There's still even the ranked schools lose to Oregon, but hey, we didn't lose to Oregon. I mean, something just get it right off. A lot of good things did happen this year for the baseball team, and next year, hopefully, we'll polish that and just keep getting better and better.
And the good thing about this is making those headlines. I mean, it shows to players that are coming out of high school or players that are entering the transfer portal. UTRGV is the place to go. I mean, it's those wins, like those Oregon State wins, ending the season on a 5-game win streak, getting some publicity, right? Shows that UTRGV can be a place to go for top recruits, for transfer portal, for guys in the transfer portal. I mean, and that's how you build your team. Like college baseball, like football, like college basketball, is a totally different animal than it was 5 years ago, than it was 10 years ago, to where it's the transfer portal. How are you going to get your players out of the transfer portal? It's a lot more JUCO. Players that don't get a lot of opportunities at big schools take advantage of that, and it's also the players that you get out of high school. How are you going to develop them? How are you going to keep them there?
Mm-hmm.
But you say, hey, maybe we want to build a great program. Like the great, I don't know much about the great baseball programs, right? Like in college, I know the great college basketball programs, college football programs. Those schools keep backups. Like those schools keep their backups, and they tell them, hey, you can go start at another school as a freshman, but you might not improve the way that you see it. Or you can stay here, you can play backup 1 year, maybe 2 years, and you're gonna immediate impact. Like Ohio State won the national championship. My mind's blanking, a couple years ago. But all their defensive starters and backups got drafted into the NFL. And I mean, you think Ohio State football, you think powerhouse program, right?
I mean, just Alabama too.
Yeah. But like Ohio State, that's what they did. They, like, in a world where the transfer portal is king, and if you're not starting, you can immediately get in that transfer portal and go, hey, I'm gonna go play somewhere else.
Yeah.
Ohio State that's how good they are as a team. Where their 2 years where they had the starters in 2025, whenever they beat Notre Dame, I believe it was in the national championship, and then this year's program, all their defensive starters got drafted. And I mean, that says a lot to where even the backups got drafted. Even the guys that didn't play that much, they started the next year, they got drafted to the league. And that's a testament to the coach, to the scouts that got him there, and to the coaches that told him, hey, we're going to keep you here if you want to stay here. You're not going to start this year. You might back up. You might not get a lot of playing time, but you're going to help. You want to be part of something great. And they did. They stayed. All their defensive starters got drafted. That says a lot about them and the players that wanted to stay and be on a great program, and now they're all in the NFL.
I mean, and we're part of see that too. Hopefully, starting with UTRGV as it's growing, right? The football team just landed last year was their first season. Next year will be another one. But you're seeing now we have they went undefeated, right? Maybe they played some D2 school, not the best schools, right? But they still went undefeated, right? Mm-hmm. Next year's a different year, right? Mm-hmm. But you have a baseball team that just made the playoffs. You have a basketball team that also made the playoffs. The whole community of UTRGV athletics in general growing. The track team's been good
the track team's been
for
great.
like
close friend on the track team. We'll have a close friend on that track team.
I mean, they've been good. So I mean, just athletics in general for UTRGV is growing and getting better. You see that as a player where you want to go. I mean, why not come here, right? You've seen everything's good, everything's growing, and why don't you want to be part of it?
Every sport, like Nil said, every sport has been doing phenomenal or moving up, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not like they're taking a step back. It's not like we're taking especially baseball. We're talking about baseball right now, right? They haven't taken a step back. UTRGV, they've only taken one step up for football because 1 year, right? Basketball, they've been taking a step up, made the playoffs. Baseball, they've been taking steps up. And I mean, since we've been in college for the past couple, 2-3 years, they've been taking steps up. And so it's good to see how they're playing now. And I mean, it's tough. Exit in the first round of the Southland Conference. But you have a lot of stuff to build up on, and I'm sure the coaches are working their tails off in the transfer portal right now, recruiting kids. Because I mean, who's to say that one of the kids from the Valley doesn't make it on the team? You got two teams in the Elite Eight. You got two any other team. You got a lot of great. We've seen it, right? We covered a lot of baseball games this year. There's a lot of great players, and again, we're not saying it's going to be any one of them, but who's to say it's not, right?
Yeah, I mean, just back here in the backyard, right here at home, like there's a lot of schools and teams you can go from softball, baseball, and football, and any sport, right? I mean, and hopefully we can pick another, kid from around here, right? I mean, just athletics there is growing and just getting better and better every year, and hopefully they do big things, right, every other year. Next year, so it should be exciting too. Football's just around the corner. Off season will be starting, all that. The schedule, we talked about the schedule last year and what we thought of it. I mean, just gonna be very exciting next year. Right, for all of that. I mean, sucks that it's already coming to an end, so it's going to be a hard little summer right now. A lot going to be going on, but we'll be covering the most we can.
We got you with MLB. We got you with NBA playoffs. And then we're going to also be diving deep into the off-season of UTRGV basketball, UTRGV football, and baseball. So that's going to do it. That's going to do it for the UTRGV segment. We're going to come back now with our final segment. After a quick break, we're going to be going over the NBA playoffs. Spurs versus Thunder, Knicks versus Cavs. So we're going to be going over all of that and a little bit more. So we'll be back after the quick break.
The standard of excellence has always been Cadillac, so be iconic and drive one. Free your Cadillac, Brownsville, Texas.
The new Los Fresnos CISD Career and Technical Education Center is where futures take flight. With 18 programs of study and 43 industry-based certifications available, students gain real-world skills for real-world success. Los Fresnos CISD. What we do here shapes the world.
It means a lot to me. TSC has changed me to make me realize that I can accomplish things. Just don't give up. I've come a long way from where I was to what I am now, and there's no limit to where I'm going.
That's going to be a fumble recovered by the Cardinals.
100 years ago, in the heart of the Rio Grande Valley, a spark was born. From the first dreamers who stepped onto these grounds, Texas Southmost College has stood as a promise that determination can overcome any challenge. Join us as we honor our past, celebrate our present, and ignite the future together. Texas Southmost College, 100 years strong, and the next 100 begin with you.
If you've been in a car crash, call Kenny. We're available to take your call 24/7, and we don't charge a fee unless we win your case. When you're in a car crash, call Kenny. Call 999-1111 now for a free consultation.
Permatemp Personnel Services has been servicing local businesses for the past 29 years.
Leave the hiring to us. Let us become your personal hiring guru.
We have a network of skilled employees to fit your needs.
Your success is our strategy.
Don't hesitate. Call us now.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
Kenny Perez came from a small town in Texas. At Kenny Perez Law, we won't stop fighting until our clients get what's rightfully theirs. We're right by your side, no matter what. Call Kenny Perez Injury Lawyers today, 956-999-1111.
This is the island where adulting takes its own vacation. South Padre is more than an island. It's the island.
Give your little one the best start at Brownsville ISD's Pre-K3 and Pre-K4 programs. At BISD, 3 and 4-year-olds develop fundamental skills that pave the way to lifelong success. With quality educators, access to the latest technology, and free nutritious meals to fuel the day, our young minds explore and learn in exciting new ways. Enroll your 3 and 4-year-old today at Brownsville ISD, the best choice.
Rev up your future with Texas Southmost College's Auto Body Repair Program. In just 2 semesters, you'll gain the skills to become an auto body repair specialist. Learn using industry standard iCar Academy to get you job ready fast. If you're ready to drive your career forward, TSC's Auto Body Repair Program is the place to start. Classes are filling fast, so visit tsc.edu and apply today.
The new Los Fresnos CISD Performing Arts Center is where creativity takes center stage. This facility immerses students in visual, performing, and fine arts programs where every student shines. Los Fresnos CISD, what we do here shapes the world.
I'll do anything for my clients.
Would you pick up our kids from school?
Yeah, I could do that.
Hurt in a car crash? Call the Law Channel.
Elevation, AT4, AT4X, Denali. Case closed. For your GMC, we're professional grade.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of episode 3, Talking Sports with Josh and Neil. So we're going to be going over the NBA playoffs now. Spurs, Thunder. Spurs take game 1 over the Thunder. And then we also have Knicks, Cavs. Knicks come back down 22 to beat the Cavs in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we got Western Conference Finals action, Eastern Conference Finals action. And I mean we're gonna go over the first game, the Knicks and the Cavs. I mean, I'm just saving the Spurs and Thunder for last, but actually we'll go Spurs Thunder, right? So that was the first game that was played. It was played 2 days ago on Monday, and I am not gonna lie to you when I say I think it was the top 3 best game I've ever watched in my life. I mean that game was insane. It was back and forth all the way. The Spurs did a great job, in my opinion, of handling SGA. Yeah, he had 24 points, but on like 30%, under 40% shooting. So Wemby saw the
Wemby showed why he's Wemby. He's a silent monk, right?
He thought he was gonna win MVP. He thought he should have won MVP, and I mean I thought it was a good job. Bad job by the Thunder, but I thought it was a great job by the Spurs to be out there when SGA got his MVP trophy, because you could just tell it sparked something. And I mean, no De'Aaron Fox, no problem, right? I mean they
Harper stepping up.
This guy thought they were going small ball to start. He was like, I think that's really smart actually.
No, I mean Harper stepped up to the plate, right? And he has been these whole playoffs putting good numbers, and he put up phenomenal numbers. Yeah. Last game, right? He broke the steals record in the playoffs.
Oh yeah, he almost said he could have. He was close to. Formerly
owned by the former number 2, right? The original number 2, Kawhi Leonard. He broke that record. 7 steals, if I'm not mistaken.
On this podcast.
7 steals, 23 points, and 10 rebounds as well, something like that.
Yeah, he had a double-double. He could have had a triple-double. Could have had a quadruple-double. Yeah, and I mean, so then Harper's first playoff start ever in the Western Conference on the road against the former champs, the best team. They have not lost a game at all this playoffs. Swept Suns, swept the Lakers, right? So for him to step up was insane. Then you still have Stephon Castle, who I think he had a double-double as well.
He caught some bodies.
I mean, the poise from those two guys was insane. Then you have Champagny. Champagny's 24 years old. Wemby, 22, third year in the league. So, and then no De'Aaron Fox. Again, we've said that the Spurs have 3 players on that team, besides Kelly Olynyk and Biyombo. 3 players on that team with playoff experience. Luke Cornett, Harrison Barnes, and De'Aaron Fox. And you don't have De'Aaron Fox playing in this game. So it's not in those situations where De'Aaron Fox can calm the offense down, chill out, because he's been there before. He's played against the Warriors, Steph Curry Warriors, I believe, where they won it that year when they beat the Celtics, right? So he's been in those situations. And to not have him in game 1, it sucked. But the Spurs showed that they didn't need it, but they could push through it. And I mean, the Thunder really didn't have a great game, but I think that's credit to Devin Vassell's defense, to Steph Castle's defense, to Dylan Harper's defense. Carter Bryant came in for a couple minutes, played some nice defense on SGA, and I mean that's what I think the Spurs just wanted it more. That's what it was.
I mean, Wemby came in here showing why he's the man. He's that guy. He's
40 points, 24 boards.
He's that monk living up to the moment. Dagger 3, right?
I would shave my head bald if he does it.
Came in here shooting that 3, right? To that, just to the confidence in that shot. They're not even like a far out 3 at that too, right? Shot that, made it in, blocks, and then dunks it at the other end. Like, just wow. But I mean, the OKC Thunder need a play, and I've said it for like, I think I've even told you, right, other games. Chet Holmgren or Hartenstein need to pick up Wemby.
Yeah.
Just on the fact that they're 7 foot like him too. If Alex Caruso or Williams are covering him, they're gonna small ball. They're gonna lob it up to him, and he got 10 points all off Alex Caruso just because why? Because the point guard throw the Wemby and dunk it. It's a whole foot different.
I don't agree with that whole like put a smaller guy on Wemby. Wemby's gonna get to the free throw line, to the paint area, and he's gonna be able to get a good shot off. Caruso is your best defender. You're wasting him respectfully, right?
Luke Dort would be the best.
Nah, I think it's Caruso. I think Caruso's their better. Okay, well we'll agree to disagree. Top 2, right? Top 2 defender. I think he's 2. I think he's 1. You think he's 2? You're wasting that. You can put Caruso on Fox, or Fox wasn't playing, right? You can put him on Castle. You can put him on Harper. You can put him on any of the guards, even Vassell, right? But you choose to waste him on Wemby. So you're going to have Chet guard Vassell. Who's Hartenstein going to guard? He's going to guard
they don't play both of them at the same time. Just a matter of fact is, if you put the 2 7-footers you have, they'll cover the other 7-footer. That at least make it a little bit harder for Wemby to catch the ball over them, or to just catch the ball in general. It'll make it a tougher fight. And maybe they go to foul trouble. Maybe they don't. We go to the line. But that's already another point.
But I feel like if you're the Thunder, that should be a risk that you're willing to take.
I mean, you got 2 centers for a reason. I mean, Hartenstein comes off the bench sometimes, or vice versa. But
they start them both. They start them both.
Hey, like they need to be able to cover. They cover him. They cover Luke Cornett when he's on the floor. Yeah. Why is that? He's 7 foot.
Luke Cornett's not Wemby,
bro. But that's what I mean. Wemby's gonna just easily just. He's gonna moss you in other terms, right? He don't catch it over you.
I get it, but. I get that fully, but it's like I think it's because they thought it would work. It was working in the regular season, but this isn't the regular season. I mean, the coaching comes into play.
The Lakers, this ain't the Thunder.
Yeah, Mitch Johnson's been doing a great job at making sure Wemby gets to his spot before you give him the ball. You give him the ball at the 3-point line. Caruso might be able to guard him if he plays hard enough. If they don't call fouls, right? But if you get Wemby, have somebody else bring it up, Fox, Castle. You get Wemby to his spot, to the free throw line, to the block, and then once he catches the ball, the game, it's over. Caruso's not going to stop that.
Yeah,
the whole point of Caruso is to stop Wemby from getting the ball, and that's great and all. But if Wemby gets the ball, which he will most of the time, that's it. If Hartenstein, Chet is guarding Wemby at that 3-point line, or even when he's on the block, they at least make it a
difficult time for him. And I mean, they'll probably hopefully pick up on that, and today's another game. Right, game 2 today. Yeah. So hopefully the Thunder come out here with a different scheme. I mean, they cruised by the playoffs. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I mean they had Rockets, no real challenge.
I mean they beat
the Lakers and the Suns.
They beat them pretty easily for sweeps on both of them. So they've been well rested, maybe too rested. Right, that's sometimes a little rust on them.
And I mean it's still the Thunder. It's not like it's no slouch, but I think the Spurs did their job. They took one away from the Thunder in OKC, and if they can get the job done and win the next two at home, or their two games at home, I mean, right, they'll be all right. But it's a 7-game series for a reason. It's going to be a close one. I think Wemby's playing out of his mind right now. I mean, everybody wants to say, yeah, there's no SGA. I mean, SGA wasn't playing well. J-Dub's off an injury. I mean,
J-Dub still got 23 points.
J-Dub's still playing really well, and I feel like the whole SGA not playing well is because we were stopping him. Like, I was watching the game, and I was like, okay, Alex Caruso's not. Respect to Alex Caruso. He's not going to score 30 points a game. He's not. He's not going to. He's going to shoot.
I believe that was his highest.
He's not going to. Yes.
His highest
if we can stop, like,
scored,
if we lose a game because Alex Caruso beat us, I'll live with that. If we lose a game because SGA got 40 and beat us, that's what you don't want to happen, right? So they did a great job. Steph Castle was doing a good job guarding SGA. Vassell, when Vassell was guarding him, I think SGA was like 1 for 6. Carter Bryant was just making his life making his life bad. So I mean, the Spurs got a number of defenders. When Fox comes back, that's another defender.
And all
right
defenders
there.
that can keep up with him. They're all young. They're all speedy, fast.
Yeah.
They can all keep up with him. And hey, it'll be a very interesting series in today's game too. So we'll see what happens.
And I mean, I'm excited for it. So it's game two on Wednesday. Now we're gonna be moving on to
Cavs.
The East, Knicks and Cavs, right? Game 1 was on Tuesday last night, so it was a roller coaster of a game, to say the least. Did you end up watching a little bit of it?
Fourth quarter, right?
Yeah.
Cavs were up 20 points.
This was me the fourth quarter.
Yeah. I mean, the Cavs are coming off the last 2 rounds going to 7 games, so they're tired. They're exhausted.
I thought I thought the game was over. I mean, I was like this on my couch. This is the exact picture of me on my couch watching the game. But I mean, the Knicks showed why they made quick work of the Sixers. Who they play in the first round? They played
the Magic. Oh no, I'm sorry. The Cavs played.
We're gonna take a while thinking about this. Give me a second. The Knicks played in the first round of
the Hawks. They played the Hawks.
The Hawks. They lost 2 games. The only 2 games they lost were by combined 3 points. I mean, it's not the same as the Thunder, right? But they made quick work of both teams. They're playing the Cavs. They experienced adversity for the first time. We saw the Thunder experience adversity for the first time. They lost. The Cavs experienced adversity for the first. I mean, the Knicks experienced adversity for the first time, and they came back. They won. Jalen Brunson, what do they call him, Captain Clutch, right?
Yeah,
I mean, he's Captain Clutch for a reason, right? Like
former. Jalen Brunson lived up to his moment. The whole, I would love to be a New York Knicks fan and being there, right, going crazy.
Oh yeah.
But the Knicks need to do something already. It's already their time. They're like deep in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like, I think this is their year. They should handle the Cavs. Hopefully, like in 5-6 games. I don't think they'll take them to 7, right? But
I think my prediction was 5.
Yeah, 5. They
5.
could sweep.
I said 5.
They could sweep them. Honestly, the Cavs are tired, and then sadly James Harden hasn't been James Harden. He's
big game James, baby.
I mean,
24 points allowed.
Yeah, like
it's tough. It's tough. I mean, Evan Mobley, not a lot of playoff experience. Jared Allen, the lights are too bright, not a lot of playoff experience. Donovan Mitchell can't really do it by himself. James Harden, he's shown not to be there in those big moments. James Harden could not guard Jalen Brunson last night. I mean,
James Harden's already a little older. He's already more towards the end of his career than the beginning of his career, right? He's not the MVP he was or whatever he has been. I mean, different. Also, a team has only been there for a couple months, right? Yeah. Hopefully James Harden something clicks and he starts being James Harden again, right? Because, if not, the series it could be over there if he doesn't step up.
It will be.
He's the second option for a reason. He's the other guy. So
if you're not producing on the offensive side and then you're gonna allow Jalen Brunson to score 24 points on you on defense, you're not winning that series, and you don't deserve the money that you get paid.
For sure, yeah.
Like you gotta do one, dude. If you're gonna allow 24 points, you better make up for 24 points by scoring or by assisting on points, right? But that's a 22-point lead that was blown. I mean, Cavs had it. The Cavs had it, but then again,
but they've been tired. They just came off a 7-game
that's
series.
That's why I think the Knicks will make the finals. I mean, they showed it. The adversity was thrown at them. Here it is. How are you going to handle it? Jalen Brunson, Captain Clutch, Karl Anthony Towns, OG Anunoby, Mikal Bridges. Josh Hart stepped up crazy. And I mean,
just good series overall. I think it's the next year, and hopefully the next go to the finals.
Not year. I think they'll make it to the finals.
Well, yeah, I mean, if the Thunder are in the finals, the Knicks should win, and I hope they beat them.
But
But if the Spurs are in the finals, different story.
Spurs will win.
But
Yeah.
but no, I mean, hopefully game 2 is tomorrow too, so it'll be a different story there.
Quick question. I have a why do you think people are always talking about NBA teams, right? Like the Thunder, the Celtics, they have to go through their licks, you would say, as in losing their first time around, like such a young team, right? Why do you think, like when the Thunder lost to the Mavs in the playoffs for the year before they won the finals, when the Celtics lost to the Warriors in the finals, right? You've seen it a lot where teams have to go through those stages before they win a chip. Do you think it's the same way for the Spurs? And I'm only saying this because,
I mean, it could.
If you've seen it with a lot of teams, right? LeBron had to do it a couple times, but back in, I know it was a long time ago, right? Spurs won their first ever ring. Tim Duncan won it in his second year. Like, who's to say that the Spurs can't do that this year?
I mean,
you know?
it could do that. I mean, the Spurs are still a quality organization in the NBA, even being a small market team.
Yeah.
It's not like the Spurs bring in big stars every other year. I mean, we rely solely on draft and
Marcus Aldridge
and training, right? But even at that, was LaMarcus.
Yeah, that was our best free agency.
Yeah, I mean,
acquisition.
Gasol, like.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much
Steven
it.
Jackson way ago.
T-Mac.
Those aren't big signings or anything. I mean, so the Spurs rely on it's kind of like, we could say we are the Patriots of the NBA. I mean, the Patriots are good because they rely on draft picks, on their program, on their training. Like, that's why the Patriots were good for so long and are still good, right? They just made the Super Bowl last year, right? It all goes down to the type of...
With a whole new team.
The type of franchise you are, which is why a team like the Raiders aren't always good. They're not a good franchise. The Hornets aren't a good franchise. The Pelicans aren't a good franchise. They've had Zion Williamson forever. I mean, it all comes down to the franchise and how they do things and operate things, right? So I think that's why, I mean, and losing is also part of the sport. It's okay. It's your first year, your second year. Like, you're not probably, I mean, the house probably has to lose because you're new. So, I mean, but that's okay.
I understand fully, right? Like, and I've seen it plenty of times with the Thunder teams, the Celtics teams, all those. But Spurs did it in 2 years. Like, it's not impossible, right? It's not impossible. They had Greg Popovich, who was in his first couple years as coach. They had Tim Duncan, who was in his second, third year. So it is possible. For the first year, they go all the way. I think this is the Spurs team that could do it. Like, I just hate the narrative that people are saying, like, the Thunder had to lose to the Mavs in the second round before winning the championship. The Celtics had to lose before winning a championship. Like, I don't think it's necessarily all the fact. I think, and this might be me biased as a Spurs fan, right? But I think the team's a little different. I think Wemby is capable of.
I mean, Wemby's shown he's super mature.
I mean, like
living up to this moment.
The whole team has shown that they're super mature.
And a lot of these like foreigners come in here like just ready to go. They don't really act like rookies because they don't feel like rookies. They feel like
They played pro back then.
I've been a pro and I know how to act like a pro. And Wemby shows that he is the leader. He is that guy. And it's something also scary to see. Like, this is what the NBA has to face for another like 20 years. Like, who knows, right? But I mean, it all comes down to the organization, in my opinion, how it is. Like I don't think just because Fernando Mendoza got drafted to the Raiders, he's in a hell no. Like, it's
hell yes.
It's the Raiders.
Yeah,
like,
he will.
I don't think he's anything good. Or how the Titans drafted Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Look how that go, right?
Yeah.
I mean, but football's a little different. But even in basketball, how long has Zion Williamson been with the Pelicans?
Yeah.
They've made the playoffs, what?
John Morant.
Maybe once. I don't even think they've ever made the playoffs. Maybe the playing tournament.
Once, yeah. I think last year one time.
But even at that, like, it all comes down to the franchise, and the Spurs have really had their franchise very high and to a high standard, just like the Patriots have in the NFL, right? Like, it's a high standard, and they do things differently than other organizations. So it all comes down to that too. So.
Well, it's gonna be an exciting couple games. I mean, it's basketball every day, so I'm excited for it. That's gonna do it here from Talking Sports with Josh and Neil. That's all we got for you. Make sure to tune in next week. We're gonna be still talking about PSJA. Hopefully, they still advance. Sharyland baseball, and some more UTRGV, NBA stuff. So maybe even some NFL stuff. Maybe some more off-season stuff to look into. But that's gonna do it from us today. Y'all stay safe and have a great rest of your day. We'll be back next week.
No matter where you are in life, Texas Southmost College is here to help you move forward. Whether you're starting fresh, changing careers, or gaining new skills, TSC has affordable programs designed to fit your goals. It's time to take the next step. Think big. Think bright. Think TSC.
At Brownsville ISD, every starts with a strong foundation.
Our academic programs inspire curiosity and critical thinking.
In athletics, students unleash their potential while diving into school spirit.
Creativity shines throughout our various fine arts programs.
Our career and technical education provides students with essential skills for the workforce.
With dual enrollment courses, students can earn college credits while still in high school.
Brownsville ISD.
One team.
One dream.
Perma 10%.